Med spa owners, you're being told that these discount-based ads only attract bargain hunters. You're being lied to. Let me explain. Let's talk about this ad on my screen for those of you watching. For those of you listening, I'll explain this ad because I'm sure you've seen ads like this. So this is sort of an inception moment because I have a screenshot of a marketing agency who's sharing a screenshot of an ad, one of which is one of our clients. So I take direct issue with this, but I want to explain why this is such a point of frustration for me. So this agency is running this ad to med spa owners like you, I assume, that are listening to this. And they screenshotted a bunch of discount-based promotions meant to acquire new clients. And they have basically a whole pitch telling you that this strategy only attracts bargain hunters and why this is a bad idea. And this is a major point of frustration for me because I understand that this is the exact thing that's going to resonate with you listening. If you hear a marketing agency, a consultant, a provider say, don't do this thing, I've got a strategy that can allow you to attract better patients that spend more money. Of course, that sounds good. Like, why would it not? But this is illiterate of the facts and the trade-offs that we've talked about so often on this podcast. The reason that discount-based offers can work, and I'm not saying it's always the right strategy for every practice, or that there are not downside risks. There's a pro and a con to each option that you choose. With marketing or anything else, you're picking your pain. And with discount-based strategies, the advantage you have is you dramatically lower your cost to acquire a customer and you spike your at-bats. So let's talk about the trailing data, but that basic point is true on its face, right? Surface level, if you run a more attractive offer, you will lower your customer acquisition cost and you will see more patients. Just basic market mechanics there at play. So when you've got a really good promotion, what's going to happen? You're going to see more patients. Are these patients, quote, only bargain hunters? No, they are not. And to talk in absolute terms that these strategies only attract bargain hunters is either intentionally disingenuous or illiterate of reality. Because the truth is that these give you more at-bats. And yes, there is on average, relative percentage-wise, going to be fewer of these patients that are retained versus a patient that comes in from a reputation-based ad or a word-of-mouth referral, right? So if somebody comes in because they just saw your good Google reviews, for example, that client is coming in based on no sort of price promotion offer. So naturally, if the reason they came in is reputation, as long as you serve them well, they're going to retain at a really high rate. With discount-based ads, you are going to sift through some dirt to find the gold. So typically with our clients, we see 33 to 50% retention rates from the types of strategies that you see on the screen here. So one of these is an aggressive promotion for new patients for Dysport. If I can have 40 to 50% of those patients return, but I'm seeing triple the amount of patients because the offer is so good, I have a much larger number of patients back in my retention pool coming back for recurring service than if I tried to win upfront on reputation alone. This is just a basic reality of the trade-off. So it really frustrates me when I see ads like this because I know this is the stuff that resonates with you, med spa owners. And it's a very incomplete and disingenuous analysis of the real trade-offs. So these ads do not only attract bargain shoppers. What they're attempting to do is they're attempting to create perception through experience. There's a book that I love called The Advertising Effect. And the quote that I use from that book all the time is that action changes attitude faster than attitude changes action. Meaning the best way to shape perception is through interaction and engagement. If I were to ask you your favorite restaurant, some of you have heard me say this before, you're inevitably going to name a restaurant that you've actually eaten at, right? You don't have a favorite restaurant you've never been to. So if we want to be someone's favorite preferred med spa, the best way to create that perception is through the interaction. So these types of offers give us the at-bats and give us the opportunity to prove our value. Yes, there will be people that are just coming in for the deal that will not retain. And typically in our data, we see that that's going to be 40, 50, 60%, sometimes more. So half or more of these people are coming in for a good deal and they're not going to become recurring patients. But if you can see triple the amount of patients with this strategy because the offer is good, Even if you're only retaining 40 to 50% of them, you still have more patients at the bottom of the funnel in your retention pool. So it drives me nuts when I see agencies talk like this. It's not true. I understand it's what you want to hear, and it just drives me crazy. So this is my PSA for today on our Wednesday thoughts. Hope you have a good rest of the week. Feel free to comment below if you have any thoughts or additional questions. Hey, practice owners and marketing directors, interrupting this episode to invite you to schedule a one-on-one strategy call with me to discuss how we might be able to improve and level up your digital marketing efforts. So we're rated 5 stars on Google. We're HIPAA verified by Compliancy Group, and we have a track record of taking clients from $30,000 a month to $120,000 a month and adding multi-millions of dollars in additional revenue for some of our bigger multi-location med spas from more effective marketing strategies. So on the free strategy call, it's really educational. I basically spend an hour going through detailed reviews of all of our best performing plays that we run for our clients. You have it to take and run with it if that's what you want to do. And if you think it might be a fit to work together, then we're excited about the possibility to partner with you. But if you're interested in better, more effective digital marketing solutions for your med spa, visit medspamagicmarketing.com. That's medspamagicmarketing.com to schedule your one-on-one strategy call with me.